Coming off a huge weekend, the women's Epee team took bronze in Italy. Kat, when was the last time the women's Epee team podiumed?
At the Olympics.
At the Olympics.
When they took bronze in 2012.
Wow. So the great timing with this being an Olympic season. Describe the feeling then for you being on the podium as a team.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about team is that you're all there together. So like when you win an individual, it's great and like you're really happy for yourself, but like everybody else is like, even though they might be happy for you, they're like a little bit sad still because they didn't win. But when you win in team, it's like there are 3 other people there that are just as happy as you are. So instead of like, dancing alone in your room, like singing into your hairbrush, like in your underwear, you're like,
because that's what Kat Holm does after every.
That's exactly what I do after I win. Like you're with 3 other people that are just as happy as you are. And like I can't remember a time when I was as happy, and we didn't even win, like we just took bronze, but like just together, the 3 of us there, like we were literally doing a dance like on the strip.
Now granted, this is like the 4th competition actually in the points part of the season, but this was the first World Cup of the, this part of the season. What does this mean as far as setting the expectation or tempo for the next, 5-6 events? Yeah,
I mean, so we're in a really good position ranking-wise. So in rolling right now, we're 6th, and then in the team position for the Olympics, we're actually, I think, in 3rd. So that's really good for our seeding going into the games, but also just in terms of building our confidence. So the year after the Olympics, we took 4th, I think 3 or 4 times, and we were never able to break through to that medal round. And then last year we had a little bit of a rough season, but I think like all of our individual results have been climbing, and now I think this is the first time that we've really seen it come together in team. So I think that it emphasizes that we really can do this. Like we really can beat top teams like China and like France. Like we're a contender for a medal.
Now who else is like a contender here in the Pan Am zone?
So if we go through, if we're top 4 in the world, that means we'll bring up another team from our zone. So right now it's really between Canada and Venezuela. Brazil's sending a team because they're a host country. So it was kind of funny because both Canada and Venezuela stayed to cheer us on throughout the whole time. Like we have it's a massive group of cheerleaders.
Because they want that just as much.
They want us to be in the 4 so that one of them can go.
Definitely.
I think Venezuela is ahead right now by a little bit.
So the same top 3 that exist on the men's side then. Now about the men's side, in a lot of interviews with the men's Epee team, they talk about the positive dynamic they have there and the support and everything they have going for you. Now on the women's side, you talked about how present that was here. The women are a little more spread out with the Hurleys in Texas and you here. What's the general dynamic of the women's Epee squad?
Yeah, I mean, so I was on one junior team with Courtney, and then my first senior team was in 2013. So we've been like kind of slowly getting to know each other, but now at this point we're actually like really good friends. And I think that really helps the dynamic. Like we really have learned like what we need both on and off the strip, and we just get along and have a really good time in general. So when we're not fencing, like we hang out together, we just I love their dogs. Like when I was down in Houston, I got to play with their dogs. It was the best thing ever.
And you're a big cat person,
I'm a big cat person, big animal person in general. But I've had cats growing up my whole life, but I love dogs too. So we just like the fact that we're just very good friends. We have that chemistry right there that we can work with.
Excellent. Well, obviously paying huge dividends in this first World Cup. We hope it continues.